What's up, guys? It's Mr. Janvet, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server for episode 8 of Road to Top 10. It has been a roller coaster, guys. You need to go back to the beginning and check out these. Man, especially last episode, and there was I think maybe episode 3. When I tell you, an emotional roller coaster of an episode. But before we begin, gonna make public something I've been working on, this website that I've mentioned to you guys for quite some time. So for the first time, I'm revealing the name and Omnidex and the purpose and vision and whatnot. And so the reason I'm unveiling all of this has been in works for, I think it might be a year now, over a year. Different developments and switches and things like that. But I've made a video on this and sort of announced it, but I never announced the project name and whatnot. So currently, in order to speed it up, the core developer is now open to 1 or 2 other people who feel the vision and would be generous enough to help with that project. And so if you are one of those people and you're curious, just go into Discord and shoot me a PM, and then we can figure it out from there. But yeah, we're gonna be using this Bandit Kartana team from the Academy Discord. If you want these teams, there are plenty. The headmasters have been dropping those, and so there are plenty in the Academy Discord, free of charge. Free of charge. Excuse me. For everyone to use. Okay, so KYUREM, bitch for us. Hey, bitch. So we're gonna have to outplay thoroughly that KYUREM. So let's break this down, right? Dragapult, Draco Meteor is unguardable. Once I use it, I kill him on every time for the most part. Bisharp's the one thing that can take a hit, which is a big issue to my team. Heatran's core purpose is going to be to shut down Volcarona primarily. What's my speed tier? Yeah, Volk, my Spadef. For the most part, max Spadef. Volk, KYUREM with the Protect in particular can shut down Bisharp. Honestly, once that Garchomp and Landorus go, Heatran can solo my opponent. CM, Clef, Fizdef can shut down Chomp for the most part, with Landorus. And Landorus is no problem when compared to my Landorus is no issue when compared to mine and my Rotom. So it's actually not a very tough matchup. I'm gonna go on kill streak turn 1. The question is this scarfed? I know people tend to just Lando lead sort of mindlessly, and so I really should import these sets. I just don't remember Dragapult dies to Choice Scarf knockoff. I'd say no, but could be wrong about that because Landorus's attack is really damn good, and I guess Choice Scarf knockoff isn't the most common thing. Knockoff has a decent shot. Hydro would kill him, so this could be a free kill here. And again, this is ladder, right? And so I'm very tempted to just Hydro Pump, but this is so damn good. What? He's max Spadef. That means he won't knock me out then. So Lando being hit there is good. He doesn't guard well against Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword 2 kills, 0 kills everything on his team from Choice Bandit Kartana. So if my opponent were to try to go on the defensive, he'd pivot to KYUREM and likely try to freeze dry. So what I'm gonna do is actually go to Kartana. If he goes to KYUREM, I catch the KYUREM. If he stays in with Landorus, excellent. Because what I didn't want, if this is Scarf, I lose my Kartana here. I can win without Cart, but I just don't like the idea of giving up the... Because he might just say, well, fuck it, I'm just going to sack Landers, right? He's fucking part of me is like, damn, you don't have to risk the scarf. But I'm like, I get so much value if I don't. Because I could have, he would have just sacked the Landers there, right? And so, okay, fine. It is what it is. I know it wouldn't lose me the game, which is why I risked that. But I'm like, man, I get so much value if he's not Scarf. But he is. I guess Scarf is more common now than before. So I figured the Lando would come in eventually. Scarf, it being Scarf is not the worst thing in the world for me though. Landers, Scarf. It being Scarf isn't the worst thing in the world. I just have to be very careful. Probably shouldn't went to my Lando. Shouldn't Earthquake though. He does. Excellent. Do I care more about him toxicking me or do I care more about rocks? I want that KYUREM Lecky. And if he hard switches out the Landers, I want it gone. Because I could U-turn, but him U-turning is best case. Because now you're forced to go back to KYUREM. Yeah. And you have to take it around the rocks. And then probably freeze dry. My Clef should be able to saw boil beat its life orb Clef. Yeah, frigate freeze dry to cover for Rotom. And now you just sack. You sack Landorus, go to Bisharp, but I want this at full. He goes hard Bisharp actually. Okay. I'm gonna go hard Rotom. I think with Clef and Rotom's my easiest sort of. I disagree with the Bisharp play, but I guess you figured you always saw boil there, so you want to keep the sack. I don't think he'd knock. He does. Do I have Pain Split? I do. So if he's like super preservative, then this allows for me to Pain Split. Why is he? I could have whisked him there. What is he doing? I knew he's gonna switch there. I should have just attacked what was in front of me. Because I mean, even if he stayed, he was gonna sack Landers anyway. So Will-O-Wisp was the play there. It's just like, again, low reward, high risk plays. But he's adamant Bisharp, which is good information. Again, no Draco switching, so whenever I use that, it's over. So at this point, all I need to do is kill his Garchomp. He doesn't have any Clefable switch-ins because the Bisharp took the hit. So anytime I click Moonblast, Clefable gets a KO. But for some reason, I tend to play the first game very impatiently. Because I'm thinking back and I'm like, there's so many things that I could have done to... no. I don't know if I regret the Kartana. Because if you think about risk versus reward, we're playing somebody who's 1600 who might not have a strong command of stuff like risk versus reward, right? And so, for example, going to Garchomp here was never the play. Because it forces you to go for an attack, which allows for me to go get a free kill. Like, you never want to put yourself in a position where... right, and Bisharp dies to life or Moonblast, so he can't even threaten me anymore. And so things like that, I can tell in some of his plays that he doesn't have a good command of risk versus reward. I'm gonna soft boil here because he should double switch, or even if he doesn't, I mean, how's Vulcan in past Heatran, right? So I wouldn't be shocked if he forfeited here, but yeah, it's over. It's leftovers attempt with scale shots and all those things. And yeah, we always go to Clef because the goal here is to prevent the Garchomp from boosting. I no longer need Clef boosting with scale shot, because then Poke comes in and Shadow Balls away. And as long as Landorus is at full, the Lecky can't really do much. So this is the last thing left that can beat Tran. So we sack Rotom to KYUREM. I wouldn't be shocked if the KYUREM earth powered. I'd probably earth power. Because you don't like if you need me to choke for you to win. Focus Blast, yeah, something like that. And so one more kill. Probably Volk. Yep. And now I don't even need Dragapult anymore. So it's done. Because he needs to lock itself into something that won't. He needs for me to choke. Allures. I'm not sure what that means, but my French viewers will explain. But as I said, because it doesn't seem to have a proper command of risk versus reward. If I switch my card out expecting Scarf, and he, Earth Power just seals the deal. Lecky is to Forelvamon to take a Earth Power in its boots. And now the KYUREM can only lock itself into one move. Sorry, Scarf, obviously. See what he does. Focus Blast, yeah. I'll never kill Tranny with a crit. So, had I said, okay, well, if he's Scarf, he has to Ice Beam here. But then he ends up not being Scarf and his specs and Ice Beam as I go to Clef. Because what you'd expect is, like, if he's Scarf, he'll Ice Beam. And if I go Clef, I don't get to it killed. If he's not Scarf, then he'll switch and likely sack the Landers at the time. And Clef would be a pretty solid situation to have, given what I had left, right? But if he just doesn't give a fuck and, like, just Ice Beams, and he specs, thinking, well, if the card to Scarf, my KYUREM doesn't die, then I'm in a really bad spot. Because as you can see, it's really about positioning, even though he got that surprise KO. I knew it would never lose me the game. So it's one of those risk versus rewards where it's like, I don't know what's going on in this guy's head, and I'm trying to play the game in a way where it doesn't matter. But sometimes, depending on how well your team's defensive backbone matches up versus their offensive, sometimes you can't afford just to play it all cool and calm and collected and safe. But yeah, I'm surprised the Landers took Specs Hydro Pump. I thought for sure that would have been a KO. My opponent guards horribly against Banded Knockoff. Yeah. E-Tran is incredible. Like, really good. If I had taunt, I'd just win with it. If that Blissey doesn't have teleport, which, I mean, who doesn't, right? But, excuse me, Blissey doesn't have teleport. It's not an easy game, though. He has just the right amount of weirdness to really give me a hard time. The best case scenario would be if he just decides to sack his Magnezone. How can I get him to do that? How could I get him to sack Magnezone? And what do I let get Spore? How do I get him to sack Magnezone? And what is my biggest concern? Amoonguss for sure. And what gets Spored? Landers is really important. So I can't let that get Spored. Rotom is nice. Woo, what a game. I guess if I can let it forces Blissey to status my Clef, then I can maybe do something with Amoonguss. I just don't know how much he knows. So Primarina is actually not a bad lead for us. Because what I wanted to do is catch his Rotom, catch his Amoonguss. What? Please hit. Please justify this. What? You were wilding, my guy. Horrible play. Among Us is what I was expecting initially. And this is the situation I didn't want, right? Where Among Us is, has the free spore. And then it's a question of who do I let get spored. But is that Assault Vest? If it's Assault Vest, that's a blessing. It might be Assault, or it's Rocky Helmet. Yeah, it's Rocky Helmet. Rotom is, if I had to choose one to get spored, it's Rotom. So he's gonna double switch out here to something that he feels can gain him the momentum, which is irrelevant. I'm just thinking about my own game plan. Among Us is burnt. If it's clear Smogless, then Clef is in a really good spot. Clef can destroy my opponent. I'll just need certain conditions met. Obviously, like what game isn't like that. I'd say Cart is my best bet no matter what he goes to. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it would be, but it's my best bet no matter what. Well, you don't know if I'm choiced, so I'd assume you'd never go Magnezone, but this is the latter. Because what I want to do here is knock. Knock would guarantee me value, but I die to maybe Ice Beam from Primarina. But Primarina is a huge issue. Question is, am I okay with Cart getting dropped here? If I knock, then I don't die to Hydro Pump, I don't think. Primarina doesn't run Ice Beam. I don't die to any one move, I don't think. Okay, goes hard Among Us. Probably Helmet, excellent. Yep, okay, good. Okay, so my opponent has a brain, right, which is good. Like, you guys, you don't understand like how bad this shit can get. The way he's playing though is implying that he's likely like a spexed. What do the Among Us do here anyway? I just knock again. What is Among Us gonna do? Foul play. But you're burnt. So that's where that burn came in clutch. And so even best case is he gives me Among Us. Then I'm dealing with Magnezone after this, potentially. Like if he doesn't know I'm choiced, then he may go Landorus here. Among Us being gone means again no clear Smog, no nothing like that. Depending on what his zone set is, is it best to let me think about this. Is it best to give up like let's say he was giving up Among Us and I'm trading essentially Kartana for Magnezone. How would that benefit me? Or let's say I switch out to Heatran here, or switch out to Landorus here as he leaves in the Among Us. The situation is gonna arise again, and I have no way to bait out his Magnezone. Okay, doubles the Primarina. Choice specs, okay. Which is what I figured. Not that like it makes things any easier for me. Man, so now Rotom being, because I know he's moon blasting and I know it's gonna destroy me. Yeah, now I have no spore fodder. Yeah, it's tough, man. As I said, this wasn't gonna be one of them simple, quick games. Opponent has real threats to me, so I'm gonna see. Oh, I'm faster. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, that's not good. The flip turn isn't good because he goes zone. Ideal situation is that he doesn't volt switch. Yeah, like Clef is too boosted. So I'll Magma first. Yeah, this is he goes hard Primarina, which is good if I hit, because that's a lot of value being taken. This is one of the biggest threats to me. Um, but he probably has Torrent. I don't know why you'd have Liquid Voice. So probably flipped Scald. Call flip turn. I mean, you'd have maybe just 3 attacks. I mean, 3 water attacks, which with Hydro Pump would drastically destroy my Heatran. Why is that a word I chose? Would just destroy my Heatran. Yeah, this is tough. Scald. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Give me a break. Give me a break. Yeah, this one is not easy, my friends. It's not over yet, especially if he does stuff like U-turning there, right? I don't think that was necessary. I have to like thoroughly outplay my opponent in this game. I'll have to like thoroughly outplay him. I need to hit this pump. Please hit. Okay, it goes Blissey. Smart guy. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet. I'll just have to make the right reads. But that crit on my Clef was so big, man. So big. But we've been through tougher matchups. What do I need to do? I need to get him to sack his Landers. So I'll go hard cart. If he Thunder Waves, I think I lose. But yeah, I figured he didn't have Thunder Wave. Like Amoonguss has to come out, but then you're dealing with knock. Amoonguss actually was not the play. Yeah. That's actually really bad for us because now he gets to go to zone without my attack boost. Oh, he goes Weavile and it's gonna knock. This sucks. She's gonna knock into my Landers. He'll always knock here. I'd just rather he try and keep his item. If he triple axes, I lose. Point blank period. Or maybe Landers, his item is a little better to keep. If he triple axes here, that's great. But I figured he'd knock. It's just so well. Whose item is better to keep? And so at this point, he guards really poorly against Kartana. I'll double back out to Cart. Sacred Sword is damn good. But as I said, this is... Oh, he sacks the Blissey. Is he gonna Seismic Toss? That doesn't kill. Ooh. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. That's huge. That is huge. That's what she said, by the way. Leftovers land. Oh, that's a huge misplay there. Probably gonna rocks. Defogs. Man, if that's actually a choke to defog there. That's actually a choke to defog there, but it's ended up gonna maybe help him out. It depends. The problem is I can't kill this. The problem is I cannot kill this Landers. Fine. I'll oh wow. Why would you? He's faster than me. Okay, thank God he went. I don't know why he's doing that. Those were misplays just now. Like, he definitely should have rocked. Him letting my Kartana get away is a huge mistake. Like, huge mistake. Now he's gonna potentially lose to Landorus. But that's what I said, right? I've gone through worse situations. If he SDs here. Okay, excellent. I don't think you ever not. How toxic. He does go Blissey. The reason not toxic there is if just for that, right? In case he goes to Blissey. If If I go cart and he is EQ guaranteed? No. Oh, we're back at square one. I need this Blissey gone. Cause then Polt doesn't win. That's not true. The seismic tones, earthquake, EQ. EQ gives me a kill. Cart. Sacred Sword is unguardable here. I can win even if he does that. Yeah, he's seismic. Seismic toss is not the play, guys. When I tell, like, that's why I'm like, yo, you know, there's like, there are things that he had the situation, like he had the tools, but this is why I emphasize teaching you guys value so much. When you don't understand it, like he has a matchup advantage versus me, but because I understand that, he's just clicking without considering how much value he's taking versus how much value he's losing. Are U-turn the best player? U-turn, yeah, horses in a wee while. Yeah, no, I like U-turn here. It allows me to go to Polt. Weavile can't KO Polt, but I could U-turn on the Weavile. You know, if he ice shard, so be it. I don't think he would. Probably end up, once Blissey dies, probably end up pivoting around. But it's still far from over, right? Especially because the Magnezone could be plus speed, which means it outspeeds my Heatran. Because for me to win, I'll need, okay, excellent. Card forces, so just a free kill for him. Heatran's just a free kill for him. Yeah, Pulse, my best play. Pulse, the only thing that Weavile, unless +2 knockoff. Okay, so he goes Magnezone, which is interesting. If I had Flamethrower, I would have won. Surprised he, and then he Thunderbolts. So now the question is, does +2 Weavile kill Heatran? Weavile, OU, OU, not Choice Band. Yeah, Chill Drive, +2 knock to Heatran. OU specially defensive. None. No item. Does knockoff does 49 to 58, so it doesn't. Oh my, oh, I thought I had 30 seconds. I'm sorry guys, that's tough. So basically what I needed to know was, does +2 Weavile, because if +2 Weavile never kills, my play here is to Shadow Ball, go to Heatran. But I guess I had to hit a Magma Storm too. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. That was a frustrating one for you guys to see me lose. I should not be giving up wins there. So we're playing this same guy again. You know, pretty much same protocol. Now that I know his set and I know how he thinks, it's a little different. I should U-turn or Toxic here. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Come the fuck on, man. That's frustrating. That's frustrating. I don't know what he's doing. Like, he's clearly not a thinker. But that Will-O-Wisp, well, I guess it didn't end up mattering. It mattered in the sense that he got to U-turn out. His best case would be trying to get me to sack here. He's just doing this. Come on. Whew. Alright, calm down, Jam. There's a way out of this. There's solutions. Okay. There's solutions. Okay. Okay. It's especially because he goes to guard chomp, which I don't know why you'd go chomp there. So I'm guessing it's SD scale shot, blah blah. EQ should kill if he's scale shot. Or EQ Stone Edge never 2-hit KOs in a defensive lane though, right? If he were to scale shot here, so he goes to his own landers. Rocks punishes KYUREM as long as I keep this alive for Lecky. I'm straight. Oh, U-turns for some reason. That was a misplay. Okay, I'm actually really annoyed at myself for the last game, the timeout, because I didn't think it was 30 seconds already. I should have just went with the fucking timer. More so because I was like, damn, guys, more so because of the viewers, and they're like, damn, you just gave up a free win. I'm proud of how I played again, but again, because the losses matter, I can't be giving points away for charity like that. Boy. So I'm gonna go Clef. Yeah, homie does not know when to predict, when to it's not necessary, any of that. Yeah. Please hit. Thank you. There are a couple ways I could have gone about. I could have went hard to Kartana. So heavy duty boost Lecky. Lander is still at the utmost of health. This could be like light screen and stuff like that. I know those are possibilities. What is Lecky gonna do? Rapid spin, okay. Which means, what do I need rocks for? I'll punish KYUREM. Does KYUREM need punishment? Or would a U-turn be superior here? U-turn. There's not screen. Well, it could be screens. Yeah, he tried to sack Lando, which means he's probably gonna toxic. That U-turn is gonna mean he can't come back in. He probably predicted my Rotom, so he didn't. Yeah, I think leftovers allows me to survive. Nice. Yeah, and he dies to hazards. Yeah, so we get a trade-off there. Kartana. Oh, we're doing this again. He's thunderbolting here for sure though, or volt switching, whatever he does. More okay with EQing here. He's like, fuck it, dude. But as I said, Heatran, it's gonna just come down to because every time his Lecky comes in, I get 2 rounds of leftovers. So technically, I'm not losing any health. Does Earth Power twice. Magma Storm. Is there a point in Magma? There's help in Toxicking. Yeah, and then Earth Power spam. I'm not sure why he. I mean, I guess it's nice for cart. Oh, best bet. Thank you. This guy's so kind. If I recall correctly, this was Life Orb. That matters. If he's not, I could lose to Swords Dance. But since his Volk is toxic, I don't remember if it was Life Orb. I can still win even if it's not. Yeah. So it wasn't Life Orb. If he SD there, I was screwed. Like, I can win with Heatran just like this. I just realized I don't have a defogger. So his best bet is to, as long as Heatran is alive, he can't win. And so, yeah, and he knows that, which is why he thunderbolted. If he loses the Lecky, then he just loses to Tran. So I'm surprised I mean, I think his team could have promise. He just doesn't know how to use it. Doesn't know how to use his team. And so now it doesn't matter what he does here. if he double switches, if he earth powers, if he whatever the hell he wanted to do. I'll try to unthaw. So then landers, obviously we just probably could have went Polt there. The reason I'm saying that is obviously I could just EQ the Volk. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters because I can just go hard heat train here and tech. Because he can double switch. That's why I was like, he could double switch there. But I mean, I don't think in the grand scheme it'll ever matter. Let me just earth power spam. Yeah, and then KYUREM has to lock itself into. I guess it could lock itself in an ice beam if it. Oh my god. Let me protect. Yeah, good play. Good ice beam. Oh my god, please don't. Okay, I actually made a misplay there. I didn't consider the fact that he could technically just try to ice beam spam and freeze me. Earth power guaranteed damage is better. Oh my fuck. Yo, Heatran, you're a goat, man. But that was I got cocky in the end game there. Like you have to always factor in the hacks. Always factor in the hacks. But I'm too mentally frustrated with myself from the second game. So I'm gonna end this one here. This should have been an all-win. I also have somewhere to be, so 10:30. Maybe I'll stop this recording and come back later and continue it because I did want to end this one at 17. But we're like what 30 something and 5. 32 and 5. But yeah, bear with me, guys. Bear with me, as I gotta make sure things are on point, particularly in a game like the last one where we had such a big matchup disadvantage, and then with the crits and whatnot. But inexcusable timeout. So yeah, that's where we're gonna end it for today. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.